I want to talk to you today about magnesium and the common cold or the flu or rheumatism or coronavirus or whatever you're dealing with, bronchitis, pneumonia, this whole area, the sphere, the pulmonary sphere, infectious disease. Um, just so you know, the magnesium is needed. It's a very strong antibacterial, and the body can use these minerals within herself to detoxify um, and bring about chelation. Acids and minerals interact, and that chelation can pull these acids out of the body, and these acids can create acidity, inflammation, and you start to build up the bed of cancer is inflammation in a certain way. And so you're trying to find a way to make sure the deficiencies aren't there. So that's the first key. After that, there may be other things that need to be done, but the keys have to be there. The first part has to be there, the foundation. So magnesium is the #1 deficiency in the world. This can be used to treat directly. In France, it's very famous, very popular to use this during flu season. So they put like this little powder that they put in like water, and they make it kind of bitter, and they drink it. So this is really bad for the kidneys, and it's a really bad product. I mean, the idea is good. The magnesium chloride is the right idea, but the problem is it's heavily solvent extracted, chemically treated, and just takes a lot of energy out of the earth, a lot of water wasted to pull this out. And so we're not messing with that. So you could use this same product by putting some sprays in some water and get it to where it's not bitter, but where it tastes a little bit better. The water has less of you don't want to get it too bitter. And then you can use that during the winter time. Some people also use a little bit in some orange juice or some soup. You spray a few sprays in there, and that helps. But the most important is also going to be doing the application by the skin. So through the skin, you're going to be able to dose up much more than you could internally, even though a lot of people don't think that initially. The skin is ubiquitous. You can totally dose up. So you take like 5 to 10 sprays, or maybe even up to 20, and you can put it all over the body, let it absorb for 20 or 30 minutes, and then go take your hot bath that you take when you do this kind of wintry, you're trying to avoid getting sick, and you push out some of that, all that heat. And so you want to get the magnesium in there first. Or after. It doesn't really matter the order, but the magnesium needs to be daily as a part of that. You can also do it on the chest and lungs. You can also gargle with it to a certain degree with a little bit of water. You don't want to swallow it when it's pure like that, because it's really bitter and it can harm the kidneys. Most people are so used to harming their kidneys in this kind of way from being drinking saltwater flushes and all this crazy stuff that you could say, oh, you could drink, it's not a big deal. But no, it is. It's not something I would drink, and it's very laxative, and we don't want that. We don't want to use that type of laxative for the body. It's too violent. So, but a little bit of it's fine. It's all about, just like anything else, the poison and the remedy, same thing. It's just the dose, right? Like how much you use. And so that's great, but then through the skin you can really dose up. And so I usually put it on my head and get I feel it like tingling, and I let it come in there. So it just depends on the person. So it's very powerful for the lungs. It also opens up the lungs. They actually use this in asthma cases, emphysema. There's been a lot of treatment through using magnesium, either nebulous or sprayed in different ways. It's very famous. So this is just another way to do this in a ubiquitous way that comes in. If you're doing it all the time, then what happens is it's going to build up, and you're going to build up those levels in the body. And it may take 6 months to build up fully. But that's okay. It only costs $3 a week. It's not expensive. You just have to know about it. And there's a lot of fake lookalikes out there in plastic bottles. This is glass. This comes from Holland. This is the actual original source, called the Vendam, which is the Zechstein. The Vendam is the city, but the Zechstein is the sea that they get this from. And it's actually a stone today. And it's only underneath this area where you can find it to this level of purity. And this is the only place that has a trademark, the Zechstein inside logo. So there's a lot of people that are even using the word Zechstein, but they're not. It's not from the Zechstein. We don't know where some of it's from. Some of it's from Asia. It's a solvent extracted, and they just remarket it because you can't protect the word Zechstein. So you have to have the logo and the glass. These things help you keep the quality in check, and you can control this. And it does change everything at the molecular level when you have the right stuff than you do if you have the chemically extracted stuff that's like USP grade, generic, whatever it is. This stuff is no good. And the ancient or Permian or whatever sticker they throw on there to make you believe it. So get the right stuff. Come check us out. It's $3 a week, heartoftradition.com. Thanks.